Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. My name is Patrick Kawawaria, and I'm just going to take you through on how to capture and resolve GRM complaint forms. So the first thing you do is you have to open your browser. You open your browser and copy this. Make sure your address is correct, like this. Okay, this is the website you are going to use to access the NIS so that you can capture the GRM complaint. So you copy or you type it in your browser. I recommend Google Chrome. So once your browser is open, you can paste it there and just press enter. So when it opens, it will present you with something like this. So you go to your left and scroll down and you go where it's written GRM module. You click on the drop down menu just next to the GRM module. You can drag this table so that everything is visible here. So once the GRM module opens, you are going to have dashboard, configuration, notification, grievance management, monitoring, spot checks, reports, and spreadsheet. So in this case, we won't be able to concentrate on we're only going to be able to concentrate with the configurations, dashboard, and grievance management. So under dashboard, when you open dashboard, it will just show you a brief summary of your complaints or what you have done so far. So you can see, you're able to see how many complaints you have reported, how many you resolved, how many you referred, how many appealed complaints, pending complaints, ongoing complaints. So ongoing complaints, it means you haven't yet resolved them. You are yet to resolve them. Yeah. So under configurations, once you click there, you go to complaint forms. So here, that's where we usually configure the GRM book. Yes. So if you have got your GRM book, before you can send it out in schools, make sure you configure the serial numbers by coming here on add. So we're going to have serial from, serial to. So when you open your GRM book, you will see on your top right corner, there are some red digits written. Those are the serial numbers. So the beginning serial number, you can put it there. Usually there are 7 digits. And you open the back, the last page of the book. So there you see some digits. You can just capture them there. I'm just typing as an example. Then you select your district from there. Then you save. It means you have configured that book and ready for capturing or ready to be delivered in school. Yeah, but in this case, I don't think so serial numbers will matter because Jackson has disabled the feature, so you can just capture the forms now without really concentrating on the serial numbers. Yeah, so that is what happens under configuration. Yeah, so to start or to begin capturing the GRM form, you have to come where it's written grievance management. You click on the right drop down menu there. You are going to see offline submission. This one will ignore it. So you just come where it's written new grievances. Yeah. So once you click there, a table like this will open or pop up. So the things to take note of are these red marks, the stars, these. So these stars means whatever you're capturing is mandatory. Yes, it means you are not supposed to leave them blank. If you leave them blank, you won't be able to proceed anywhere. So the first tab we have there is the serial number. So when you look on your complaint form, you'll be able to see the serial number written on the top right corner. So you put your numbers, usually they are 7 digits. Once you do that, you can click anywhere. Once you do that, this will pop up to say failure response. The serial number entered is not registered. So in this case, just ignore and proceed with the capturing because Mr. Jackson has disabled this feature. So you can just proceed. Then you are going to have the next tab, the next table, which is what program is the complaint about. So in this case, remember we said that before you can start capturing the Grm form, you need to sort them. Yeah, those that belongs to KGS only, those that belongs to social welfare, you sort them. So we're just going to assume that you've already done the sorting. So in this case, you go on the drop down menu, you select keeping girls in school because you're just dealing with keeping girls in school right now. Yeah. So you select, then you'll be presented with date when the complaint was logged. So just click on the calendar here. Once you click there, you can click either you can click these arrows to go to previous month and select the date which when the complaint was lodged. This one is written on the form you are capturing. Then complaint corrected by date. Also click on the calendar. Let's say for example, I collected yesterday. There's the just click on the number there, the date, automatically to pick. Then complaint collected by. So as long as you are registered in the system, you'll be able to find your name in the system. So this is my name already. I just type Patrick. See, my name would automatically pop up. So I'll just have to select it. Province. I'm in Western Province. District. Sesheke. CWAC. So the CWAC is usually written on the complaint form. Yeah, so in this case, my CWAC is emotional. School. School also is usually written on the form. So in this case, emotional secondary school. Gender. This gender is the gender for the person who submitted the complaint. It's not the gender for you who is capturing. So usually they are just females. So I'll select that one. Age, this person is 57 years. Then complaint. So here we are told to say complaint details. You type in exactly as the complaint wrote it. If they have written it in local language, you write the local language, then you translate. So in this case, maybe I'll say uh, Okay, so this person is complaining to say the child is not on KGS, but she's getting social cash transfer. So this is the local language I've typed. Then I should press enter just at the bottom there to translate. If they have written in English, there's no need for you to do translation. Okay, so I've made the translation. So the next now I have to put the complaint category. So automatically this one, these are the type of first of all categories we have. There's exclusion. Okay, exclusion means the complainant has been excluded on the program. Yes. So now they are requesting to be included. Yeah, that's when you select exclusion. Then inclusion, this is a situation whereby maybe it's a complaint whereby maybe the girl child or maybe it's a boy who has been wrongfully added on the KGS activity. Then someone is complaining to say the person has been included wrongfully. That's when you select it. Payment, you select it if it's a complaint which is being done. It's a complaint to do with maybe delayed payment, delayed education fund, delayed boarding fee, you select it. Service and standards, you select it. Usually if the complaint is about the standards, maybe the learners are not getting the services, the complainant, maybe they're complaining, maybe they're not learning well, and so forth. You select that. Training and mentorship, usually this one, maybe for when you conducted a training and it didn't go well, maybe there's a complaint against the training you conducted. That's when you select it. Serious complaint, this is now to do with GBVs, sexual assault, and yeah, those serious cases. Yeah, usually this one we don't even capture it, we just have to report it direct. Corruption and fraud, this is where a complaint is to do with maybe corruption and fraud during the selection when they were being selected and so forth. Yeah, then there's others. Yeah, you can select that. But in my case, I think the common one is exclusion. Most parents, their girls are not yet on KGS, yeah, although they are on social custody because it has been long since we did the enumeration of including the adding the girls, that exercise which we do, yeah. Okay, so in my case it's inclusion, exclusion. Then complaint subcategory, I'll select excluded from the program. So you select this one to match with that one. If you have it was inclusion there, that's when you select wrongfully or wrongfully removed from the program. Once was not included in the. So these are not ours, but the straight selection here is excluded from the program. Yeah, following the complaint they have written it. So the next part is grievance form. So here you have now to, after I've scanned the form, you have now to locate where you have put the form, the Grm complaint form. Okay, you have to upload the complaint. After you scan, make sure you know the location where you have saved the complaint. Yeah, for example, if this is my complaint here, I just click there, then open. automatically to be added there as PDF. Okay. Then the next part is complaint details provided. So this one is not mandatory, as you can see, but if they have provided their details on the form, you just fill it in the way it is. Yeah, straightforward. So remember, on the phone number is 260. Yeah, don't add plus. You put 260, then you put the number, and the system will accept. But if you add a plus there in front, the system won't accept the number. Remember to put 260. Yeah, don't add the first plus here. So put the details of the complainant there. If they have provided the NRC, you put there. Very important. Then when you finish, in case it's a girl who is complaining and they have provided their ID number, you just have to type the number there, their KGS ID, then you search. Once you search, automatically the information will be populated here. Okay. So once you finish, you just have to click on save, save and submit. So it means that case you have submitted it. Yeah. So now, let's assume now we have already made the submission. Now we want to resolve that case. So in my case, remember when I was showing you the dashboard, and I showed you the dashboard for GRIM. Remember, I have 3 complaints here ongoing which I need to resolve. Okay. So let's assume we are done. Okay. We have captured and we have submitted. The next thing we do is we come where it's written ongoing here, ongoing grievances. So just click there. Once you click there, that case which you submitted, you'll be able to find it listed here. So in my case, I have 3. You can see ongoing cases. Okay. So now in this time now we are going to resolve those cases. Okay. So we can start with this one. Okay. To resolve a case, you just double click on it like that. Okay. Once it loads, grievance information will load like this. You go where it's written determination, which is a mandatory. Remember where you see a star here, it means it's a mandatory. So you go in the drop down menu. In this case, we've been told to say, let's be selecting automatic response. Yeah. Automatic responses who have already automatic answers to the grievance, especially on exclusion. It's already automated in the system. But it depends on the case which you have. If we need to investigate, you select if it requires investigation. Yeah. If it's a GBV referral, you select it. If it refers to non-GL program, anyway, it just depends on what you have seen or what you observed on the complaint form. So in my case, I'll select automatic response. Once I do that, we have remarks. So remarks is not mandatory, but if you have anything to say about that form, you can say anything. Yeah, you can type anything here. Depends on the remarks or your observation. Yeah. So in my case, I'll just leave it blank the way it is. Then go to next. Once I go to next, remember we're on grievance information. We are now at the resolution center. When I click next, it goes there. Yeah. So now what we do is to resolve the complaint, we need to select a letter. So in this case, in the system, we already have automatic responses. So by default, I'll select excluded from the response, exclusion response letter here. Once I select it, under section, we're going to have general response criteria like that. This one, the first one. So you select it and you go on print letter. Okay. Then GRM focal point person. You can even put yourself, whoever is handling this. Okay. Okay. So if you want, you can also attach email notification, but it's not necessary. Yeah, if you want, but it's not necessary really. So once you have typed the name there, then you can go on preview later. Once you click on preview later, you wait for it to load. Okay. So you can see this is the auto response which we have. Okay. So this was the complainant names. It automatically pick and the date. So you will notice on the complaint form it will pick like that. Yeah. You will notice that there's this which automatically comes. You automatically find an explanation. So this one, if it comes, it means you have to repeat the process, or you say something there. Okay. Yeah. On the response there, you can even say we are not yet uh, enrolling, or we are not yet we have not yet we are not yet adding. Yeah, even this one, adding girls on KGS. Yeah, then you go and preview later again, preview download later. Yeah, you can see that automatic response which was there disappeared. Yeah, so you can see this is our final letter. It will say it will show how they wrote in their language. Yeah. Okay. This is the response letter. Okay. See, we sincerely apologize that we excluded from the program. We tried to make the process side benefits as inclusive as possible. Beneficiaries were chosen according to the following criteria. Unfortunately, identification of beneficiary has closed. Yeah. No one else can be added to the program. So we haven't yet done there's usually that thing which you do where we numeration, yeah, where we add, where we request the schools submit names of girls and NRCs of the households where they're coming from. We last did it long time ago. So this is our letter. So what you do, if you are connected to the printer, you can print. Yeah. But in order to save this document or to print letter, you go and print there. Yeah, you go and print. This is the only way you can save the PDF or the letter. So on the printers there, you just select it, save as PDF. Okay, then you save so that you can go and print later. So here on the file name, you can save the file using you can say response. You can say response. Then you add the form number. Yeah, it will be easier for you to. Then you add the school, because we need to print these responses and we need to print these responses and deliver them back to schools where we collected them. Yeah. So in my case, if you want to see where this complaint was coming from, you can go on the previous here. Okay, you go back to the first here, grievance information. So we look at the school where this complaint was launched from. Yeah, you can see it's from Sesheke Primary. Yeah. So when I go next to the resolution center, then I go on print. I've already selected the automatic responses there. Okay. And I go and print preview. Okay. I know where this letter is coming from. On print, save as PDF. So this is Sesheke Primary, Sesheke Secondary, Sesheke then save. So I've saved this letter since I'm not yet connected to the printer. When I get connected to the printer, then deliver it back to the school. So I've generated the letter. The next thing I'll do is mark as resolved. So I'll just click on mark. Once I mark as resolved, it means I've attended to this case. It has disappeared. Remember, ongoing cases I had 3, so now only 2 are remaining. So you repeat the process again. Yeah, if you have a lot of ongoing cases, just double click, determination, automatic response, next. You select the letter depending on what you are, the kind of complaints you have. Yeah, excluded. You select this one, general response criteria. Then you can type anything here. Like the way I've just said, you can say the criteria. You can list the criteria which is used for selecting a girl child on KGS. Anything here? Not yet. Try to be as simple as possible. Yeah. Then print letter. You put your name there. Preview letter. See, the letter will show automatically the responses. You can see there will be a local language there, and then there will be translation down there. Then in order to save this for printing later, don't come on the download symbol here. It won't work. You go on the printer, then you select save as PDF, then save. So you put the ID number. Usually it's in the complaint. You can see 2146. So I'll say 2140 5522, and the school name is Sesheke Primary. Sesheke Primary. Okay. Then save. Once I save, I can close and mark as resolved. Yes. Automatically I do that. My caseload reduces. Now I have 1 record left. So repeat the process over and over. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how Grm process is done. If you have any questions, you can WhatsApp me on 0979 31 45 02. Yeah, in case you are stuck on anything. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, evening. Yeah. Bye.